Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening based on your time zone. So today I welcome you on MiraForce, Salesforce Learn and Share. And today we will be discussing getting started with surveys.
So I'm Kapil Batra and I'm a full-time remote employee. I'm working for a company in Mumbai. Okay, and yes, I'm happy there. So, and you can connect with me on my social media handles. Like you can join me on Twitter, LinkedIn, or you can also join my YouTube channel, which is Salesforce Gold. Most of us may know me already by this name. So you can directly go to my YouTube channel and join me there as well. And as well as I'm having a blog also, which is salesforcebold.com. You can just directly go to that blog and check out. There could be some uh, relatable idea based on your requirement. Okay, so let's start today's topic, which is getting started with surveys. So guys, today the agenda will be to discuss what is a survey and how you can set up a survey, how you can design your own survey, and after designing the survey, you can add logics to it, and after that you can distribute a survey, and at the end you will be able to analyze the response of your survey. Okay, so let's start with the first topic, which is what is a survey. So guys, basically a survey is a form with questions specifically designed to gather information about people's experience, preference, wants, and needs. So basically, using a survey form, we can get to know more about people's experience. We can get some related information for our product or for our service using the survey. So guys, survey type could be we can have a normal survey form as a survey. We can have a feedback form. A feedback form can also be considered as a survey form. Or we can have a question poll. A question poll can be also considered as a survey because using the question poll, we are just getting the information from the users, and uh, we are just getting the information about their experience. So the question poll can be also considered by with a survey. Okay. So nice. So guys, now we know like what is survey and the types of survey. So what should be the next topic? Like, can we directly start building a survey, or we should understand the type first? So we'll go with the second option, and we will understand the survey type first. After that, we will build the first survey. Okay. So let's understand the type with an example of these two food giants, Zomato and Swiggy. And I hope everyone knows about them. Most of you have already using them, and so yes, I think everyone knows about it. So we'll just discussing the needs of survey, how we can build the survey with an example, and that will be related to these two food giants, Zomato and Swiggy. So guys, let's say this is an example of a survey. So this is an example of a survey form basically. So in the survey form, as you can see, we are having some questions like the questions are: Do you order food online? If yes, from which company do you prefer? How often you order food online? Okay. And as you can see, there are some options like in question number one, we are having option like yes and no. And the next question is from which company do you prefer? So we are having options Swiggy, Zomato, and other. The next question is how often you order food online. So the options will be daily, weekly, fortnight, and monthly. So this is a basic survey form example. So as you can see, there are some more questions like which meal you prefer and how do you prefer to order food online. Like you can order food online using a mobile app or using a web browser. And we are asking for approximate money users spend on ordering food per time. Like user could spend less than 150 rupees, less than 250, less than 500, or more than 500. So that's how we can get data from users using a survey form. So this was an example of a survey form that can be used by Zomato or Swiggy to get the information from their users. Okay. So after that, guys, let's move to the second type, which is uh, feedback form. Okay. So you must have seen the feedback form while ordering from Zomato and Swiggy. Like whenever you get a delivery, the delivery guy will ask you to give him a 5-star rating using the feedback form. So guys, this feedback form can be used to take feedback about the food or about the service. Like as you can see, In this feedback form, you're having questions like what did you like and what did you not like. And also, guys, you can add a photo in this feedback form. So basically, this is also a survey example. Like using this feedback form, basically we are running a survey through which we are getting the information from the user. So guys, the survey form intention is just to collect the information from the user, nothing else. Okay. Now let's move to the next survey type, which was poll questions. So guys, you must have seen these types of questions also, like where you just have to, where you are just having a single question and you just have to rate a service using that question. Let's say, how much do you like our service? And there could be a five-star option, or as you can see in this image, there could be a smileys option here. So you just have to tick on a single option from one of them, and by selecting the option, you are just giving feedback for a particular service. So this could be the poll type questions, and this can be considered as a survey as well. Okay, so guys, now you understand like how many types of surveys you can build in sales or maybe anywhere. I mean, these are the common survey type which you can build in any other applications also. Like let's say if you're building in a third party application, let's say if you would like to build the survey in HTML only, so you can do that. You're free to do that because you're having these common three types of survey forms and everywhere. Okay. So guys, the next question is how you can get benefits of these surveys, how to get success with surveys. So guys, using the surveys, we can get accurate data using these surveys, and the surveys are flexible. You can change questions, you can change options. There could be multiple options. Surveys are quick and easy. You can easily build the survey. It is just a drag and drop kind of a functionality, like building your own community. So it is very easy to build. You can compare results, guys. The survey can be used to compare results. Like let's say if you are taking a feedback using a survey, so you can just compare who is getting the highest feedback. Like you can get the top rated food items using the survey also. The fifth is track performance. Yes, you can track performance using the survey also. Like let's say if we talk about the previous example in which the delivery guy will ask you to give him 5 stars because the companies are tracking their performance based on their star rating. So guys, yes, using a survey, you can just track the performance also. So guys, just think like how important the data will be. Let's say if we talk about this survey form, and if we are having all these details, like if customer are ordering food online, when he's ordering food, how much he's spending, and uh, using which mode they prefer to online using mobile app or web browser, or what amount they are spending on ordering the food. Let's say if you are having all these information, so can you guess how this information is important for Zomato? Let's say if we try to sell this information to Zomato. So this information is very important for Zomato because this is related to their customers, like when they're ordering food, how much amount they're spending on ordering food. So these informations are related to their customers. So that's why the information will be very important for the Zomato. Okay, so I think now we understand why this information is very important to the Zomato. But now let's say if if you try to sell this information to Swiggy, so how important is this information for Swiggy? I mean, the information is related to Zomato customers, but this is very important to Swiggy also because through this information they can track Zomato's customer. Let's say if a customer is ordering breakfast on daily basis and he's spending around 250 on it. So Swiggy can send that particular customer a notification at the time of breakfast. Let's say the notification could be get 50% off on your breakfast order and save around 100 rupees in it. Using these data, guys, these companies can get benefits. These companies can get success using the survey. Okay. So guys, I hope now you understand like what is a survey, how many types we are having survey, how we can use it, where we can use it, and how we can get success using the surveys. Okay. So guys, now let's start by building our own survey. So I will be creating a new survey in an hour, and we'll be having some questions here. We will send that survey to customers, and we will collect the response as well. Okay. So now just let me log in into my developer auth first. Okay, guys. So this is an empty Trailhead playground. I will be using this Trailhead playground to build my own survey. So, guys, surveys are not available by default in the playground. Let's say if you will search for a survey here, so as you can see, it's not returning any result right now because it is not enabled in the auth. So, guys, the first point will be to enable the survey into the auth. Okay, so to enable survey, just go to setup and search for survey settings. Here it is. Okay. So you just have to enable it from here. So you can just directly hit this toggle. Okay, so the surveys are enabled now. And now it's asking for to select a default community, but we are not having any community here because we're not deploying it to a community. We'll be just using it for a private purpose. Okay, the next option, service owner can manage response. I'm just enabling this option also because I will be survey owner and I will be managing the response as well. Okay, so now as you can see, we have enabled the survey settings. So if we search again for service in app launcher, all right, so we are having the survey link here. Okay, guys, so these are the basically two default survey which will be available in your org also if you try it. So let's create a new one. Okay, let's name it my first survey. Okay, guys, so underneath that, as you can see, there's the option to create survey as a template. That means you can also have the survey as a template for other users. Like you can build a template and other users can use that same template to build their survey. But in uh, this scenario, we'll be just having, for today, we'll be just having a single survey. We are not going to create a template. Okay, so let's hit the continue here. Right, this is a default survey screen. As you can see, we are having a welcome page and thank you page as default here. And in between them we can have more pages. Okay, so guys, this will give you a community kind of experience. If you already work on community, so you might be familiar with the experience here. So this is kind of community kind of setup. Okay, you can set branding here, you can add more pages, change background color, change background image, and after that you are having an option to send the survey to analyze the response. There are too many options, and these options just work like drag and drop functionality. Okay, so let's start with the welcome page first. Okay, so this is the welcome page, and let's enter a welcome message here first. So let's say the message could be, uh, hello, please take this survey so we could understand your needs. So this would be the survey message, and let's add one more thing, and improvise your subscription accordingly. Okay, so this is our welcome page. Okay, and let's add some more pages here. Let's say if we would like to have some basic detail of users first. Okay, so guys, we'll be having a form here in which we'll be having some questions, we'll be having some options for them, and we'll be storing the response. Okay, so let's add some questions here now. Okay, so guys, the first question will be, do you order food online? So this will be a single choice question. So let's say single selection. We have to put single selection here. So we just have to put the question here. Okay, and underneath that, there's an option to add a choice here. So the choice is yes, and there will be another choice which will be no. Okay, now let's add few more questions here. Okay, so the next question is, From which company do you prefer? And the options will be Zomato and Swiggy. So this will be also a single selection question. Okay, now let's add the options here. Okay, let's add the next question. So the next question is how often you order food online? And the option will be daily, weekly, fortnight, or monthly. Okay, so this will be also a single selection question, right? So let's type the question here. Okay, let's add the choice. Just daily. Okay, so we are having choice also. Okay, so the next question is, guys, which meal you typically order food online? And the options could be breakfast, lunch, dinner, or maybe I will be ordering just snacks. So it could be a multiple selection question, guys. So let's make it multiple selection and let's have the question here. Okay, so the answer will be, the options will be breakfast. So guys, this is a multi-select question, like users can order breakfast or maybe lunch daily, or maybe a user are ordering snacks only. So it's a multiple select option, guys. So users can select more than one options here. Okay. Now the next question is, how do you prefer to order food online, over the mobile app or web browser? This is also a single selection question. So let's have the question here. And the options are over the mobile app and over the web browser. Okay. All right, guys. So these will be the questions in the page one. Now we will add another page. And guys, you can also duplicate the page or delete the page using these small buttons here. Okay. So now let's add another page. And before that, guys, let's change the name of this page. So let's name it basic details. Okay. Now let's add page two and make it additional details. Okay, guys. So here we will be having a question like, please rate the service of your preferred food ordering company, which could be Zomato or Swiggy. Okay. So guys, to get the user's preferred food ordering company, we have to get the value from the previous question, from previous form question. So this is the question, guys. From which company do you prefer food online? So we have to take this value to the next form where we will be asking to rate the service of this company. Okay. So it will be, we can have like or dislike option there. We can have ratings also, can have ranking here, or the best will be, I think the score will be a good option here. So let's say, please rate the Zomato or Swiggy service. Okay. So let's make it blank space here and let's write service here. So guys, here we'll be inserting a content from the previous form. So as you can see, there's a button to insert the content here. Let's click on this button. There's an option to respond from the previous question. Okay. Let's hit next. Then we have to select the question, and as you can see, there's an option to select question from page one. Like if we are having multiple pages, so we can choose the question accordingly. So, okay, from which company do you prefer food? Okay, so guys, you'll be getting the answer from the form one to this form two. Okay, and this is a rating is 4 questions, so users can rate the service. Okay, now let's add the next question here. So guys, the next question is, do you like the app experience? So the answer could be yes or no, but we will be having a like or dislike button here. So the question will be, do you like the app experience? And the answer could be thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay. So guys, these will be the questions basically in the survey form. Okay, now let's create the thank you page. And let's have a sample message here. Let's say, thank you for taking the survey. Okay. All right. So let's hit the preview once. So let's say guys, this form is related to a company who is getting information for Swiggy or Zomato. Okay. So this is the first page. Hello, please take the service so you could understand your needs and improvise your subscription accordingly. Okay. Or next, we are having our questions here. Let's say if I select yes, and if I select Zomato, I'm ordering daily, I'm ordering breakfast, and over the mobile app. So on the next screen here, as you can see, we are having Zomato from previous form. Like in previous form, we have selected Zomato, and we are having Zomato here. We can rate the experience, and the end will be thank you for taking the survey. So that survey is looking good, but I think we have to change some branding here. So people could relate the survey like it is related to Zomato and Swiggy. So let's upload a new image here from survey. Okay. Okay, we will be having this image here. Okay, so we have changed the background image here. And there are some options also, like you can change the background opacity, or you can change the opacity of this front panel also. There are some options to change color for answer choice, questions. You can change the color for buttons also. Okay, guys, that's how you can rebrand your survey. You can add your logos here. Let's say if I would like to have an image here, so I can do it by selecting an image from this button. Just have to click on upload image. You can select any image here. And yes, there it is. Let's make it in center. So yes, you can create now. So guys, that's how you can create a survey. You can rebrand it using the branding option. Okay, now let's hit the preview one more time just to finalize everything. All right, so it's looking better now. Yes. Okay, now the next, this is the page one, this is the page two. So I think survey is looking good now. Now let's activate this survey, okay? And after activating it, we'll be able to send it to user and analyze the response. So yes, I want to activate the survey. Okay, so survey is activated now. Now let's check this out in this list of surveys. So guys, this is our survey, which is my first survey. Okay. So when you will open this record in related list, you can see survey versions here. Like there could be multiple versions of a survey. Okay. Now in the send button, There are two options. You can have a link for that. You can embed the question into the email, or you can also create QR code here. So we're just having a link here. So this is the survey link, guys. Okay, and there are some options also, like if you would like to survey, like the survey should be auto expire, so you can just select the value from here. Let's say I want the survey to be auto expired on 6th April. So the survey won't be taking any response after 6th April. Okay, and there are a few more options. Anonymized response, like the user won't be able to know like who is sending survey, and let participants see their response. The participant will be able to check their response, like the answer of the questions they have selected. Okay, and underneath that you are having option download QR code and copy the link. So we'll just copy the link here. So guys, this survey is right now for internal users only because we have not put it in a public community. To make it public, guys, there's a link participant outside your company. So you can just make the survey public using a public community. You can have the survey into a public community, and using that public community, any user which is outside the Salesforce or can access it can send their response. Okay. But right now, guys, we'll just trying this inside example only. So let's say if I have copied the link and I have sent this link to me again using email. And then while I will be clicking on the email link, so I will be directly redirecting to the survey. Okay, now let me just take this survey officially for the first time. So the first question, do you order food online? Yes. From which company you prefer? So I personally prefer ordering food from Zomato. How often do you order food online? So I'm ordering food, I think weekly or maybe sometimes twice a week. Okay. Okay. And typically I'm ordering food like lunch and snacks. And I'm using the mobile app only. Okay. Please rate the Zomato service. Okay. So I will give them 8 out of 10. And yes, I like the app experience. Okay. So guys, as you can see in this survey form, we are having buttons to go previous again. We are having button to finish. We are having button to pause this survey. Like if we are having another form after this form, so there will be next button instead of finish. So let me just finish the survey. All right, so here is our thank you message for the survey. It is thank you for taking the survey. Okay, guys, so that's how you can send the survey link to the users, and user can fill the survey and send you the response. And after that, you can analyze the response in this analyze tab. It could take some time to get the response here because it's just a dashboard kind of functionality, and it could just take some time to refresh the dashboard. So okay, to refresh the dashboard, guys, there's a particular button, and as you can see, there's a response here for the survey, but we are not having the question answers here because as I said, like it could take some time. Let's try to refresh again. Okay, so let me just refresh this page also. So guys, in the related tab also, as you can see, there's another related list of survey invitation list also, as we have created an invitation of the survey. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard. All right. So in dashboard, guys, as you can see, the response is also here now. Like there's only one response, so it will be 100% result for all the questions. If you are having more than one response, so it will just divide the answers based on the user choice. Okay. So guys, that's how you can create a survey. You can send it to your participants, and you can analyze the response from the participants. Okay. So guys, that is it for today. And let me know if you have any queries. So you can ping Meera personally on her blog, or you can connect me on Twitter. Just ping us anywhere, and we would love to help you guys. Okay. So that's it. And thank you so much for having me here.